What's going on? It's Rick from Sparkki.com coming at you with another video. And in this one, we're going to be talking about marketing and marketing in general to acquire new customers, new leads, new business, be able to grow the things you're currently doing. And I'm going to be giving some examples of how we're doing this with Sparkki. So let's get into it. So I'm here at the blog. I'll drop you a link below so you can go ahead and check it out when you have a sec. But I'm gonna go over this diagram that I created, and we're gonna be talking a little bit about marketing and campaigns and lead gen and all that fun stuff. Because more than likely, you're gonna have to do this for your school to have some sort of way for you to be able to attract new students, be able to convert them ultimately into paying students, and then take those students, either take them through a higher end coaching call or a higher end program that you have, or mentorship, or whatever other, whether it be a retreat, whatever other thing you have after they buy your course, you need a way for them to be able to reach that outcome. So I'm going to be giving you here an example of how we are doing this with Sparkki. You can have a better concept and idea of how this actually gets done. Number one is you need to have a source to be able to get people from. So, typically back in the days, you could either do flyers, you could do some sort of advertising, you could do word of mouth. There was all sort of types of ways to get the message out about your product, your service, the thing that you actually want to sell. But nowadays, things are very different, right? We have technology, we have social media, we have blogs, we have all these different types of channels we can reach into to be able to acquire new people to have more interest in the things we're currently building. So right now, just for the sake of simplicity, I wrote down 5 examples here of how we can attract new leads to be able to put them through an offer. So we can do blog posts, YouTube, events, paid ads, and influencers. Now, those are the channels that we're using here for Sparkki to be able to get new customers. So we're using our YouTube, which is this video you're watching, our blog post, which is this blog you're reading, our events. So these are events that we host here locally where you can actually come out and meet us, come down to the office, have some lunch, whichever way. Those are the events we put together. That could also be things like virtual events if you want to create those, like on your Facebook group, that type of thing. Then obviously paid ads. Paid ads is an interesting one. You can do Google AdWords, Facebook advertising, Bing ads. There's all sorts of types of ads that you can actually run to get your people over to your offer. Then obviously you have influencers as well. Here at Sparkki, we're going to be actually contributing a large sum of money to a lot of influencers to be able to promote our product. Now, obviously, the influencers you decide to pick and the ones you actually want to go ahead and promote your product have to be in line with the message, the company, where you're actually headed. So you have to make sure when you're vetting these influencers, they're actually aligned with your brand, they're actually aligned with your message, they actually align with what you're trying to accomplish. Very, very, very important there for influencers. But obviously, it's a little bit different as far as what the influencers actually charge, how much you can actually pay them, and where you can actually find them. Definitely to stay tuned to come. We're going to definitely be reaching out to influencers on YouTube to be able to promote our platform and hopefully create some more business for them. They will create more business for us. So it's a win-win situation. Then finally, after you figured out your channels where you're actually going to get these people, you obviously want to go ahead and send them to an irresistible offer. Depending on what kind of thing you're trying to sell, that irresistible offer can be very many different things. But for us, we're thinking here for the very first irresistible offer we're going to be doing is going to be the Creator Studio, where we're actually going to go ahead and give you the option to be able to enter a giveaway to be able to win this Creator Studio. Now, in the Creator Studio, we haven't decided exactly what's going to be in that package, but we're thinking a MacBook Pro, a screen, keyboard, mouse, or maybe even some co-working spaces for you to be able to go out there and shoot your course. So we have a lot of ideas here for this offer here. That's going to be a giveaway, but you want to make it irresistible. So anybody that lands there is going to be like, hell yes, sign me up for whatever it is. So you want to make sure that offer is a very easy yes. Typically, you don't want to charge for it. You can, but typically you don't. So something that's very on the low end, so something that's less than $20, something that people can just say, yes, I want to buy it. Whether it be a book, whether it be a giveaway, whether it be an audio file they download. The irresistible offer has to be irresistible. If a person lands there, you want to have a high conversion rate because you're paying, obviously, to get people into that offer. So it's very important that you take the time and really make it irresistible, so when people do land there, it actually is worth it for them to be able to sign up and actually enter whatever it is that you're going to do here for that offer. So once you create the offer, you're going to get a lead from that offer, and you typically that will depend on what type of lead you get, but usually you want to get their name and email at a minimum. You want to have those two things. And after you actually go ahead and create that lead, you want to make sure and measure how much it costs you to get that lead. So typically here for Sparkki, we're willing to spend around $100 once everything is said and done for every single lead we generate here. Because we know that once these leads actually start coming through this process, they're going to be worth a lot more money than just $100. So we're willing to spend around $100 to generate leads through this mechanism of actually acquiring people. Now you understand, Rick, that's a lot of money. $100 just for a name and an email. Well, at the end of the day, you have to kind of figure out what numbers make sense for you. And for us right now, $100, that's around how much it costs for us to be able to generate one of these leads. So again, you have to account your time, you have to account the effort, you have to account the actual campaigns you run. So that price, you got to make sure you come up with the price. For us, it's $100. Then after they sign up, they go on to an email campaign, and from the email campaign, we ask them for them to be able to join a webinar. Now in this webinar, we go through the entire process of how to create your school, how to create a course, how to make money online, that whole entire thing. We go through that in the actual webinar. So through this email campaign, we are essentially introducing the company. We're introducing what we can do, how we can serve, how we are different, how our platform is nothing like we've ever seen before, and offering up the webinar. So once the person actually decides to sign up for the webinar, they can go ahead and enter the webinar campaign. But if they don't, they just go back to those emails and just more follow-up until they agree to become a webinar subscriber of that campaign. Once they become a webinar subscriber, then in the webinar, we actually go ahead and ask them to be able to join our 29-month beta testing program. So once they become a beta testing program member, that's going to cost them around $29 a month. It's an easy yes. Everybody has $29. And once they become a member there, then they obviously become one of our beta testers. But if they don't, we come back up to the webinar campaign and we offer again. So whether it be more emails, a PDF, a document, a call, a other video, whatever we have to do here, we have to get this person to agree to become one of our beta users. Now, becoming a beta user does cost around $30 right now. That price might go up through time, but right now it's just $29. Again, it's an easy yes. If the person sees the value, $29 should not be an issue. So once they become a beta program member, then they actually become a lead of version 2, which is a paying lead at this point. They decide to spend some of their hard-earned money with us, which is $29 a month. Once they go ahead and spend $29 a month, then they become part of our onboarding campaign. Now, our onboarding campaign includes a couple things that are involved for our beta testers, such as they get a course on courses that we actually have that's using our platform. They can create an account with Sparkki. They provide us feedback on the software. They'll be able to access the beta version releases, so 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, and so on. They'll get access to all those different versions of the software, and as we're building it, they will have access to it. Weekly emails. The weekly emails is an email that we send out with the video, a blog post, and a summary of kind of what got done that week. So so we were held accountable as a company, showing the things that were actually getting completed, and they actually can see something that they're actually paying their money and their money's being well spent. So those weekly emails is just as a follow-up for them to say like, hey, this is how much we got done, test out this new feature, give us some feedback, how are we doing, so on and so forth. And then this process goes on weeks until we get to May 25th, 2018, which is our official launch date of the finished product that we actually start opening up to a larger audience. Now, once we actually get to May 25th, 2018, then we have this lifetime campaign. And this is, again, another offer for our customers to be able to say, hey, I really enjoy being a beta user, but I'm really wanting to step up to the next level and become an early adopter. Now, an early adopter is different than a beta user because our beta users are sort of they're not really haven't made that much of a commitment $29 isn't really a lot of money. Once they say like, yes, I'm ready to become an early adopter, then they go ahead and spend $1,000 with us, and we give them lifetime access to the platform. We upgrade them as one of our all-stars, and then obviously the billing terminates for them, so they're no longer getting charged that $20 fee. Now, becoming a level 3 person here is a larger commitment, and it is something that we take very seriously. And all the people that become our early adopters, we're going to really be taking care of them with offering various perks, such as like becoming one of our all-stars and becoming a case study, and really promoting them through our brand and through our company as one of our success, actual stories from somebody that's actually out there doing the work. Be able to push traffic back to the all-stars to be able to get even them more sales. So like this $1,000 is like minimal expense they're doing for their business. So it's a wonderful thing there. So once they become an all-star, once they become a member there, and if they decide not to, back to the lifetime campaign, and we pitch that with whatever methods we can, whether it be getting on the call, sending emails, same process all over again. And once they become a all-star member, then we go ahead and offer them the next offer, which is our influencer program. Now, our influencer program is a $10,000 program. Probably 1 out of every 1,000 people will sign up for that one, but this is kind of like the package that really is something that can drive a huge amount of value for the business they currently have. And we're going to include a bunch of different things here for our influencer program, but the main part here being is that we're actually going to go ahead and take care of some of the parts of creating your course and figuring out how we can actually market it and get you more sales, more customers, more clients, and really positioning you as an influencer in this specific space. So again, this $10,000 offer, I'm not going to go too much into it, but it ultimately is something that not many people are going to be able to take up that offer, but for those few that do, it's going to be definitely worth their money. We didn't build this in a way that was like, hey, I want to take your money because I need your money, that type of thing. We created this because we want to really be of service to you, be really service to our customers, really service to our community, to really create something of value. And the only way we can actually achieve this, whether it be for your own business, for your own startup, for your own idea, is to show that you can actually be responsible. And this is why we are breaking down our prices from an entry point of $0 all the way up to the entry point of $10,000. So we want to be able to make sure we offer value each and every step along the way as you transition over to investing at $10,000 with us. Now, the reason how we came up with this actual entire diagram was because of our customer research. We went out there, we hit the phone, we hit the meetings, we hit our community up, we hit our networks, and we started talking to different people, and we started asking questions, and we started collecting data, we started collecting information. And when we would offer up a $1,000 offer, people would be shocked with the $1,000 offer. So this is why we had to revise our strategy, revise our plan, change up the way we were doing things to be able to really get to the core problem, the core concept, and be able to understand why a person wouldn't be able to invest $1,000 today, but if that same person could invest $1,000 tomorrow. So it's really understanding your customer, really understanding kind of where they're at, really understanding what they need, and really understanding how ultimately you can serve them. So that's going to go ahead and do it here for me. Drop me a like below. Tell me, how are you acquiring new customers? How you're attracting new people into your business? Is it in this form? Is it in another form? What's missing? What could you be doing better? Just drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you soon.